Nick here with a guest visit at PD Was Framed, one of our WHF family TH9 tournament clans. They have cleaned the map in this 10v10 first round in 16 attacks with 10 3-stars. Mr. November's attack on base number 1 ends up being quite exciting. You will see why at the end. The queen is exposed and looks like a potential hero swap is available. He brings early loons in for a CC lure on what I assume is a fresh hit. I did not look at that. That poison spell looks like it could have been better used right here over the queen and CC. The friendly queen does not get the kill, and the king is going to beat on the wall. The Tesla farm eliminates his heroes, and the queen is still alive. He has begun the Laloon portion of this engagement. Taking out that archer tower is going to aid with pathing. Once he gets past this expo, his balloons should wrap fairly well. Hounds are getting out a little bit ahead of the balloons, but that heal spell is key right over the wizard tower farm and allows these balloons to push right through and come out in full health. Only one rage spell left in the camp, so he cannot speed these balloons along. At this point, going to save that rage for the trouble spot at 9 o'clock. Hounds are still up, so no need to speed the balloons at this point. Still has a hound alive. All the air defenses are dead. He brings some balloons to the Tesla farm. I think they might have been better used pathing into this mortar first. We know the result of this attack, however, so no worries. It's going to go quite well. The enemy queen finishes off that last hound, and the rage is down. Nice pack of balloons working through the defenses, but that queen is doing serious work on the pack. And here she is as the balloons make their way to the last air targeting defense. The balloons want to get the blower and cannot get to it. So now the enemy queen is still alive at the end of this raid. He has a very nice pack of pups and minions. They finish off the town hall, the clan castle. The blower is the only thing left, and that enemy queen survives the raid. Very nice attack. Who needs a hero swap? Just ignore the queen. Eric with a 3-star on number 2. This base has a unusual offset air defenses to try and prevent a Laloon attack. That is not going to stop Eric, who lures the clan castle over to the 9 o'clock portion of this base, and will then use his heroes to get a push in here on some of these air defenses. Let's see how many they can get. So far he has accomplished 1 objective with the clan castle, now 2 objectives with an air defense, and his Laloon has begun hasting onto these air defenses. The rest of the clan castle is lured with the balloons. I'm going to have to slow this down. He has raged, hasted, and healed at key places. Skeleton spell is down as well. The queen is still up working on those balloons. Backside loons doing a nice job on that Tesla, allowing a large pack of balloons to finish off the queen pop right at the end. And that is it, just in cleanup now. Skeletons still beating their way out of the walls. And here they come finally to assist with the last bit of cleanup. Eric again with a nice 6-pack. Here we have hasted balloons into get a CC lure There are no air targeting troops in this CC, as we can see, which leads me to believe this was also a fresh hit. His heroes are coming in for the enemy queen, and that engagement has gone very well. He has already begun the Laloon portion from the 9 o'clock area as his queen continues to do work on the town hall. The wizard tower at 12 is distracted long enough for the balloons to push through, and he is wrapping this attack in counterclockwise from the top. The balloons are taking damage now in the core of the base as there is no tanking. 2 hounds are relatively low on health. There are 2 air defenses left. How can he push through this base? Well, thank goodness for a heal spell. Going to rage the core, and we'll see that heal come down with this splash damage here shortly. There's a Tesla farm. The air defense is doing work against his balloons. There is a skeleton spell also down in, distracting the wizard tower as the final balloons push through, and there are enough to get through the wizard tower and remaining archer tower. Great attack. Just in cleanup, and it's done. Giza with a heavy 34 hog attack on this base. Only a few giants for tanking and whatever he has brought in the clan castle. A double poison down on the queen and the enemy's clan castle. Heroes and a baby dragon to assist with the kill. Very nice. The king is out front and takes all the damage. Baby dragon doing heavy work, assisting with that clan castle kill, and it is down. That's 2 objectives. His other objectives do not CC. The CC is down and it is hogs, so there is no tanking, just 4 heal spells for these hogs. His only other objective then is cleanup, and he has no worries with the giant bombs. There is splash damage coming down, but the heals are going to keep the hogs up. Spring traps cannot spring this many hogs off the map. There is still 2 heal spells remaining. Splash damage in the core, and yes, there is an excellent heal spell just covering his hogs as they work on these wizard towers. Some of them taking damage from a giant bomb, but there are still plenty of hogs on the map. Mass hog still viable at TH9. No tanking troops whatsoever. Two giants for tanking troops. I'm going to let Galadon name this attack. I have no idea what we call it. It's Jai v Baby Hog. I don't know. Galadon, where are you? Okay, back to the standard meta Queen Walk Laloon. We'll speed this Queen Walk along. It looks like this Queen will be able to easily push in for a kill on the enemy Queen. An air defense, possibly 2. The CC kill for sure. And yes, this wall breaker entry will allow her to push quite deep into the base. Wall breakers under rage. CC Dragon is down. Some more minions come out. His king is wrapping the bottom portion of this base on cleanup duty, presumably. And the queen did not get the second air defense, but the pathing for this Laloon is beautiful. A few balloons went down here at the 6 o'clock air defense and a few more to the 9 o'clock air defense, but his hound is still up. The heel spell clutch here at 7 o'clock over some splash damage. Look at the pups. It's a pup parade. Macy's Days, boys. It must be New Year's. Look at the balloons walking across this base. There you go. Queen and CC are exposed, but the early portion of this attack is a king on air defense objective. The giant tanks a little early, and a single minion for assistance funneling those wall breakers give the king access to the air defense. And under rage he also gets the CC lure, which will be drawn out to the 9 o'clock area for a kill. There is a poison to assist with that, as well as a wizard. That witch is going to take her sweet time in arriving, but as she does, the wizard and queen meet her, and the CC is now down. For the sake of time, this Laloon is going to start a raged Skelly right on top of the queen, makes quick work of her. The loon pathing is a little off here as the X-bow drew some loons stray, but a hill spell over this wizard farm has kept his balloons alive. A hound is still up, tanking the final archer tower at the end, and it's cleanup. Here we go, another Macy's Day parade. Look at the balloons. Okay, going to bring the house against Nikki. Very similar composition with the skeleton spell, hounds on balloons on a CC lure. We have a witch and baby dragon out of the clan castle being lured away to 6 o'clock at the builder hut by a single archer. The heroes will meet those troops as they arrive. The king is in front of the queen for tanking, and let's see if that poison spell comes down. There it is. The CC is engaged and killed. Can he push in and get any other objectives to assist with this Laloon? The 4 air defenses are centralized. He would need to push past a wall. I don't see any wall breakers. I don't see a jump. I don't know if the hero is going to push into this base. It does not. The enemy queen is also still alive, starting his Laloon from the queen into an air sweeper. Haste, skeleton spell, and the skeletons get it without a rage. No splash damage. That worked out pretty well. And the skeletons are still doing some work on early cleanup against that cannon. A heal and rage together. Perfect when you want healing, but not for too long. Let's speed those balloons out. They're at full health anyway. The rage heal. And hasting a Tesla farm. A nice placement of that Tesla farm, but not tricking House as he closes in on the final air defense. The rest of the CC is lured by some errant cleanup troop, I believe, and it is a pack of goblins, no threat to his remaining troops, but a distraction for his cleanup. Still plenty of time and plenty of troops. There it is. Mr. November with a 6-pack. Sorry, I'm not keeping track of everyone's 6-pack, but I remember his attack on base 1 with the Mist Queen. These bases are a little lower weight. Heroes a little lower as we move down the map. In my video against Cold Synergy, they had 70 weight bases and I think maxed heroes, perhaps except for one opponent, Barb King. That's going to be a difficult clan as this tournament progresses to beat. We'll see how they do. But it looks like PD Framed is going to be out in the first round as this Laloon works its way counterclockwise across the top. The Hounds are tanking nearly every defense. There is a Wizard Tower in the core doing work on some balloons that have lagged behind. They will get a sweeper, and no, a heal spell has kept them up. They're going to push in onto that Wizard Tower. The Laloon continues to wrap around. He's got 4 in the bag. An enemy Hound out of the CC is locked on to some Barbarians. There come the remaining balloons from the backside as a Hound is tanking the remaining air defense, and a Skeleton Trap finishes it off. Probably not necessary there. Could have swagged that. Will swag 2 poisons as we speed this attack along. He is in cleanup. Tank has brought 2 golems for a shattered attack on this base. I believe it's a fresh hit as that Tesla seems to have surprised him with his funnel troops, and sure enough they are down. A Valk picks that Tesla up and the funneling continues with a baby dragon at 12 o'clock. His heroes are now making their way in. There are a few more Valks working their way up. They see a jump spell and head to the core of this base where the Queen is waiting, as well as the CC lure. I'm not sure he has any air targeting troops in the core to work on that baby dragon. His golems have it distracted while the King and Valks have finished off the opponent Queen. The King is now beating on a wall. I believe he will eventually get through that wall, and the baby dragon from the clan castle continuing to do heavy work on his golems. No matter though, his Queen is still up working cleanup as the Laloon portion of this attack makes its way from 6 o'clock back around clockwise to 12. A pup has finished off that baby dragon. Hasting generously, working against an air sweeper. More loons make their way into the base. All the air defenses are down. Haste again into that air defense, and okay, one last Hound has popped. Just a few pups remain, however. He's out of spells. He does have some backside cleanup troops. 2 archer towers at the top of this base are the only remaining threat, with the exception of those air skellies. I just don't think they can work fast enough, and sure enough they do not. We are in cleanup, and that Queen has worked herself all the way around this base. Han Solo Dolo. A very similar army composition to the attack that we just watched. Early tanking by the Golem gets the CC lure. A wizard and early funneling troops have gone down here. Another wizard has gone down, but he has secured the funnel, and the enemy CC is taken out. His Queen will step up and begin work pushing these troops into this quadrant with some decent value. The enemy Queen is there, and if his Queen there with her ability will stay up, at least 1 air defense can be secured. A nice jump spell will push these troops over into a 2nd air defense in the 9 o'clock area. The Golem's doing nice tanking as well as the King, allowing his Queen to work through some high hit point structures. I'm going to speed this up as the Laloon portion has excellent pathing across defenses with 1 quadrant of the base taken out. A Tesla farm right over this air defense allows the Teslas to be tanked just long enough for the balloons to push through under rage, and it is cleanup. Swag poison, and that's it. A perfect war for PD was framed. Good job. Good luck in the second round. This is Nick signing out.